survivors in this chapter, and normally you play with 4 or 3 others, but I disabled them for the sake of the video. As we can see, there is something going on, and that's the green flu. Basically, it's a zombie apocalypse. It spreads through airborne bites, scratches, and blood. This looks to be the apartment where Bill and 3 other survivors, maybe more, were camping out and waiting for rescue. But one of them decided to get moving because sitting here was doing nothing. We're just gonna take a look around and see that it's still kinda lived in. The power is on, the TV's still on, and we're gonna take a look around the bedroom, closets, bathrooms. The green flu is the nickname that survivors gave the zombie virus. In this world, people moved quickly after realizing the green flu was not a typical flu. At first, they believed it to be nothing serious. Now, I'm not a big Left 4 Dead lore person, but I love the universe, the atmosphere in the game, the sounds, the world design, level design. Look at it. Dark, scary, makes you feel alone. You can see blood splatter everywhere. Things thrown about. Okay. So it looks like potentially survivors came here and got turned, and potentially, once again, the living survivors took out the infected ones. We're just taking a look at the kitchen, moving through this broken hole, looking at all the debris. Something clearly went down here, but we don't know what exactly. So, the survivors in Left 4 Dead appear to be immune. They get scratched and nothing happens. Bit, nothing happens. So this is where it all began. This is where the game started. And it's just a dingy, run-down apartment building. I love the lighting in Left 4 Dead. It really gives you a sense of uneasiness. Quarantine. It looks like this building was quarantined off. Nobody could enter or leave. Military. I wonder what happened here. What made them crash? We have more bodies. Another spooky little closet. Bathroom, actually. It looks like infected tried breaking down the door and busting in, but got executed in the process. Okay, we're outside in the alleyway. The night sky looks beautiful. The rain droplets are beautiful. It's almost sad seeing such a beautiful city turned upside down like this. Another spooky little closet. I hate being alone in this game. Valve games especially make you feel very alone, and that's through genius level design and audio design. It looks like we got a bunch of graffiti here. Signs of past life, how things once were. And we even have biohazard bags. The first sign of authority, a police car. but no policeman or woman to be found. We can see they sectioned off a part of the city, but it did not work. Another quarantined business or building. It looks like most buildings were quarantined. Another one right here. I wonder what this was. We're just going to be walking through the street, listening to the thunder, the rain, the wind howling. Discount payday loan store. I apologize, Bill loves to speak, and he's quite loud. A nice, ironic advertisement.
There's a subway station just around the corner.
This looks to be some sort of business. Storage room. We're just gonna walk through. Lots of blood. Something occurred here. I'm assuming they removed the bodies at one point. Another closet. Not sure what this room was. Storage of some sort. More blood leading to a closet. Nope, storage. With some weaponry. Look at the oil tanker truck that crashed. Volatile chemicals. I wonder what happened to the driver. A once grocery store. I'm going to show you something. When you hit this car, the alarm goes off and it triggers a horde event, meaning tons of zombies come running at you, and you feel very overwhelmed very quickly. Look at that. All these buildings bustling with life once. We're gonna head to the Holly station. Now this game, well this chapter at least, takes place in Pennsylvania, a fictional city. Looks like a safe room where survivors held up to hide from the infected. None of you will survive. We have a bunch of graffiti on the wall and writing. People lost hope. People trying to reconnect with lost friends, loved ones.
Secure that door.
We appear to have weaponry here. Okay, let's go close the door.
Lock the door.
Mercy Hospital is overrun. We're in one of my maybe favorite maps, at least in the first game. It's very iconic for me and many others because it felt like the Mercy Hospital was meant to be a beacon of hope. But when you get here, it's just more zombies, blood, death. So it looks like we're on the examination floor, where we have a bunch of these exam rooms. I assume they took in many people afflicted by the green flu, not knowing what was going on. In the lore, I guess, nobody really knew how dangerous or bad the green flu really was. It looks like we had some law enforcement here. Maybe military as well. Okay, let's head back down the hallway. Just look at all the blood everywhere. It's kind of, I don't know, ironic. The place where people went for healing medicine is is now the place of death and infection. Normally, of course, there's zombies everywhere you are. Everywhere you go, I apologize. Chasing you down, trying to get at you. But obviously, I disabled them. So, now Mercy Hospital is a breeding ground for the green flu. I believe many people came here as it was a evacuation site. I don't know for sure. I'm not up to date with the lore. Just tidbits. Okay, let's go upstairs. Level 2. Give flowers. Level 2, I believe, is cafeteria and a little bit of admin. You can see survivors try blocking, floors off. Alright, let's make our way through here. Oh, yep, cafeteria. Take a look at the kitchen. Not much going on in here. People scavenged for food, I guess. Ooh, I love drinks. I wonder, free refills or not. Okay. It looks like the police could not put up any sort of fight against the vast number of infected. Looks like some more hospital admin rooms. Take a look. No cell phone use. Okay. Let's make our way back to the cafeteria. And we can see tons of bodies everywhere. I'm assuming that people with guns, police, other survivors were killing off the suspected, or I guess potentially infected survivors, just to avoid, any issues, excuse me. Looks like we got a leak. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's look at the restroom. Pretty dark. So, Left 4 Dead has a really well designed world, and the environmental storytelling is top notch. Valve really killed it with this game, and all their other games. Okay, just a bunch of papers everywhere. Let's take a look. It looks like a reception desk. Oh, computer. Look at that Windows. It looks like a Windows 7 or Windows 7. It's been so long. Mercy Hospital. Break room. With a little gun. Ooh, picture of Italy, I guess. I don't know. This hospital is spooky because when there's no zombies active, you just hear rustling of metal, or I'm not too sure what that is. The sounds, let's take a jump over here. Open some doors. A whole lot of nothing. So much blood in this hospital. So much death. It's creepily silent. I don't like it. Creaking. Some kind of electrical hum in the background. Flies for the bodies. Let's go upstairs to the 3rd floor. What is this? Okay, nurse station. ICU. Okay, more bodies, more police. Lots of the bodies are of police officers. So, as I understand it, in this lore, nobody really knew just how bad the green flu was. So, they tried treating it here at Mercy Hospital, and obviously they did not have the right equipment or anything to treat such a crazy virus. Alright, let's keep moving on. Another ICU room. Okay. Some blood. Now, I wonder how long they held out for. I'm not too sure on the lore with that. How many days since the virus started? And did survivors evacuate? I don't know. I have no idea, and I'm quite curious. But imagine being stuck in a giant tower with zombies at the bottom floors. Where do you go? Where do you go? Looks like we got some trash. What a mess. I'm assuming everybody left in a hurry, in a panic, trying to escape, save their lives, when they realized how bad everything was. Imagine seeing zombies during COVID. That would not be very fun, would it? Okay, let's keep moving. What do we got in here? Okay, looks like some kind of office room for some big shot, maybe like the head nurse. Ooh, so much blood. Storage room. A lot of weapons here. The survivors were definitely armed here. I'm assuming many people came here with weapons and whatnot to, evacuate. Alright, what's in this room? Nothing really. I think this is where they took the infected to. I could be wrong. Okay. Yeah. So, I also think that because nobody knew how bad the green flu was, most people came here at the beginning, and I would assume that the hospital fell pretty quickly, but who knows. I just don't see how they could survive for long without knowing just how bad it really was and not having any equipment to deal with zombies or the flu. Okay. It really is like a horror game map. I think Valve would make a really good horror game. Bunch of bodies here. Executed. Dumped. I mean, we have a lot of tape. Biohazard tape, I guess. So this must be where the first infected were sent off to for examination and isolation potentially, but I don't know. It doesn't seem sufficient to hold back a zombie, or multiple at that. What's going on here? I have no idea what's going on with that guy's neck or spine. Looks like we have a barricaded spot where survivors are trying to hold off. Okay. Ooh, what's up there? For me, Left 4 Dead 1 was, it was very scary as a child playing this game because I recall that the first time I played it was on a demo, and the demo was, it might have been this chapter. So I played No Mercy a lot, which obviously is, like I said earlier, the first chapter in the first game. And I think there are like 4 or 5 chapters. Okay, let's call the elevator. It's on floor 30, and we are on floor 4. So, it has quite a ways to go. Lots of ammo, lots of gurneys and beds everywhere. Bodies, guns, blood, flies. What a mess this place is. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what happened in this hallway. tried evacuating to the rooftop here, and how many people actually made it. Alright. Floor 10. We're just waiting, listening to the light humming. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's quite subtle. Alright, it is here. Let's hop in. It's quite loud, I'll have to turn that down. Alright, up we go. I don't know what floor we're going to. I assume super high. Yeah, Bill is humming right now. He's kind of gone crazy. Wow, the elevator does not sound like it's in good shape right now. I would not trust this with my life. Let's just wait it out. Almost there. 28. Okay, we're stuck at 28. Okay. So, we're on the construction floor. I guess the hospital was not finished in time. Now we can hear wind and whatnot. What is this over here? The elevator shaft. Take a look. Okay, not much going on. That's a bulky elevator if you ask me, but it has to be when, you know, you have hospital beds and gurneys and whatnot. Let's take a look. I wonder what these rooms were meant to be. In my last section, I said that sorry about that, my audio got cut off. Yeah, my last section, I said this was Pennsylvania. It is, but it's a fictional city called Fairfield. So I don't know where the mountains are coming from. Alright, let's just keep walking forward. Look at the view though. The night lights power is still running in the city. I love the sound of thunder and rain. It's so peaceful. Okay, we have a safe room marking. So we're almost there at the end. Back to the creaking and humming of the wind. Yeah, the audio design in this game is phenomenal. I love it so much. Alright, let's keep moving. That goes nowhere. I remember when Left 4 Dead 2 came out, I was so excited. I think I pre-ordered the game and I went to GameStop to pick it up. Picking up games at GameStop was amazing, and night release, Halo, Call of Duty. What a feeling it was to finally get that disc and pop it into your Xbox or PlayStation. I was not a PC gamer as a kid. I started PC gaming when I was like 13 or so. But ever since I made the switch over, I never looked back, because games like Left 4 Dead you can mod, and it just enhances the gameplay so much, and it offers like another 100 hours of fun. So cool. Okay, we're at the safe room. Just about. I wonder who made the safe room. What survivors did this? Not much going on in this one. More writing though. People really are losing their minds.
Lock the door.
Alright, let's close the door. Okay, we're here at mission in the second game. So I had to cut out a little bit because there were some stranglers left. I mean zombies. And now I left the other 3 survivors. The 4 survivors in this game are different than the first game. So we can see that CEDA, C-E-D-A, was in charge here, and there's a lot that mirrors the Mercy Hospital in this game as well. This seems to be some sort of evacuation point for survivors. Oh, the boomer. I hate the boomer. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. So, I'm assuming many survivors came here rushing to evacuate somewhere, but just like the hospital, the hotel became overrun with the infected. We actually start off at the rooftop in this one, and the hotel is actually quite a nice one. Look at the cream colored yellow wallpaper, kinda weird. I'm just gonna look around through the rooms here. Look at the clothes, the bodies, once again, tons of bodies. The building is falling apart, as you can see, and potentially here. So, the 4 survivors are trying to get off the building because it's gonna burn down. I'm not sure what caused the fire, or why there even is a fire. Maybe CEDA or some other survivor started it, but things are exploding and it's bad. Look at the food selection, not much. So I'm not too sure why CEDA chose the hotel as a evac point, but I'm assuming because it was a tall beacon of hope type building once again with a rooftop and heli access. Okay, let's keep moving through the rooms. I mean, I'm assuming, judging by what I can see, survivors were held out here for at least a few days, few weeks. Oh, I got caught on fire. Whoops. So we have barricades everywhere. Once again, survivors were barricading things off, and I'm assuming that pile of bodies was suspected infected people that were executed. Sad. It looks like the survivors scavenged anything and everything that they could. Alright, let's head downstairs now. It feels very claustrophobic here. Long corridors, hallways, abandoned luggage, bodies, random furniture. The ceiling is falling apart. People were trying to barricade themselves. Oh, that's sad. He shot himself, I suppose. Dealing with the alternative was not something he wanted. So it seems that survivors were trying to barricade themselves in rooms, hoping to hide from, infected, but to no avail. Alright, we're gonna make our way through this room here. The fire is dangerous. The hallways were filled with smoke and fire. I wonder if survivors panicked and started burning infected bodies. And maybe that's how the fire started, but I have no idea. Maybe it was a mistake, a candle or something, a stove, and it just grew out of control. But we can see the building really is dying. Just like, oh, here we are actually. Oh wow. Yeah, this looks to be a place where multiple survivors were sleeping and living for a bit, and they might have rushed to get out of here when the infection hit the hotel. We have a bunch of luggage piled up. Maybe they were searching inside for useful items. I'm not too sure. Okay, so we're gonna hit the elevator and head down. Yeah. Alice is saying that we should not use an elevator during a fire, but the staircase is blocked off by fire, so. But we can really see the panic in the hotel, just like Mercy Hospital. It's kind of symbolic in the same way Mercy Hospital was a place for relaxing, vacation, business trips turned into a horror. Here we are at the bottom floor, and it's completely engulfed in flames and smoke, bodies everywhere. It seems that survivors definitely tried to kill off the infected with fire, and it backfired, no pun intended. It's like a battleground down here. Everything is falling apart. It's chaotic. It's kind of the opposite of No Mercy Hospital. The Mercy Hospital was peaceful in a sense, quiet, dead, silent, whereas the hotel is, yeah, dying like I said earlier. A dying organism in a sense. We can see just piles of bodies of people who did not make it, and it's kind of a grim reminder of how bad things really are in this universe. More bodies behind me. It makes you wonder, were these people dead before infected, or was this after? I guess we won't really know. It looks to be some kind of room for sick down here with all the medical beds, hospital beds everywhere. Maybe something occurred and somebody turned down here and it caused a domino effect. I'm not too sure. More luggage, smoke everywhere. It really makes you feel claustrophobic even in a giant open room. More bodies. It really is sad to see this. We have the reception. Oh wow. Okay, and we have bodies falling through the glass rooftop here. Like I said earlier, or asked, I really wonder if these people were dead before the infection or after. I don't think I want to know. Bodies are falling. Now, I believe those are supposed to be infected zombies, and, well, I had disabled them, so I was kind of bugged out. But we made it to the safe room, and, oops, I just had to. Why not? Some fun. I love the ragdoll physics in Left 4 Dead, or well, Half-Life games in general. So good. Okay, let's close the door. Goodbye.